Hello, everybody, and welcome to Connor Sports Up. So today I'm recapping the New Orleans Pelicans game. I mean, it was not pretty. So the Pelicans played at Memphis. They played the Memphis Grizzlies, obviously, and they lost 103-91. So first of all, I don't know if I like the effort at all. I mean, the effort in the first period or first quarter was pretty good, in which they actually outscored the Grizzlies 34-27. But after that, it was pretty bad, honestly. So the main problem that I saw was our interior defense, and which is weird considering that we have Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins, but that's honestly where I saw the lack of effort. Like they were able to drive through. So maybe that had to do somewhat with the wings being able to let them drive through. Especially, it was Conley who was driving through a good bit, so that's the thing. But still, you'd think that we'd be able to defend the paint a good bit, considering that we have arguably the best 1-2 punch in the league when it comes to bigs. But I don't know. And then, obviously, we did not get it done in offense either, really. We scored 91 points, which is not very good, but especially we just looked really bad in quarters 2 and 3. We were coming back. I mean, most of our we closed the gap kind of a little bit in the fourth quarter. I mean, I think the biggest lead was a 14-point gap, so we weren't getting blown out by any means, but by the end of the second quarter, we kind of knew that we were going to lose. So that's the thing. And the thing was that we had a 7-point lead coming into the second quarter, and then they started losing by 2 points, I remember. So that was 9 unanswered points in the beginning of the second quarter. So that's pretty bad. But that usually happens with the NBA. Scoring comes with drives. So you're hot one minute and they're cold the other. But still, I mean, we cannot continue to play like this if you actually want to make the playoffs. And honestly, I do not like Alvin Gentry. I don't like how we're playing, how he wants us to play. Let's look at our roster. Number 1, DeMarcus Cousins. Number 2, Anthony Davis. 2 centers. Anthony Davis is really good at defense. DeMarcus Cousins is pretty good at defense as well. Really good scores both wise. Drew Holiday, mostly defensive point guard. Nice passer, but still. Dante Comahan, 3-and-D man. Solomon Hill, 3-and-D man. Rajon Rondo, at this age, should mostly be playing defense. He's a good passer, not a good scorer. I mean, he was a good scorer against Boston in the playoffs with Chicago until he got injured. I'm trying to remember Tony Allen. His nickname's, I believe that's the guy whose name is Instagrits. Like, he played for the Memphis Grizzlies, and in all honesty, we should be referencing them on how to build this team, because we should not be a fast-paced team. We should be a team that has lots of grit, slow pace, very good defensive team, not a fast-paced team. I mean, honestly, that's how our roster is built. We should not be a fast-paced team at all. I mean, I don't know. We do not have a national team. And Gentry's expecting us to play like we have an elite point guard. Drew Holiday isn't bad, but he's not a proficient scorer like Nash was. He's not as great as a passer. He's a good passer, but not as great as Nash. I mean, Nash is a Hall of Famer. So this, I feel like Alvin Gentry is needed. What he needs is a point guard to lead the team. That's not what we have. We have two bigs. We have a power forward and Anthony Davis and a center and DeMarcus Cousins. Yeah, technically they can both play power forward or center, but ideally you would want Anthony Davis to play power forward because you don't want him to get injured as much. And honestly, centers are more likely to get injured considering how often they have to go for rebounds and they play in the paint more. But I don't know. And without Alvin Gentry, they need a 3 point shooter, which we don't really have. He even said so, in which DeMarcus Cousins is her best 3 point shooter. Let's just look at the stats. So, DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis, they played fantastic on offense. Anthony Davis played fantastic both ways, but DeMarcus Cousins, I didn't like his effort on defense. Like I said before, they were scoring too much in the paint, driving too much. A lot of offensive rebounds. With that said, DeMarcus Cousins did have 10 rebounds. Anthony Davis had 18 with 33 points. So, DeMarcus Cousins' stat line is 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and 28 points. Anthony Davis has 18 rebounds, 0 assists, 33 points. And then I guess remember, the third scorer was E'Twaun Moore, the shooting guard. 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 11 points. Drew Holiday did not play well at all, in which he had 6 points and 4 assists. So there's that. Like I was saying before, he's more of a defensive point guard. He's not an elite scorer by any means. He's not going to average 20 points. I believe he was scoring, averaging 15 points in his career average. I don't exactly remember. But he's not going to be a scorer, and he really shouldn't be, considering that we have Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins as our primary scorers. And honestly, the other annoying thing for me was not only due to the lack of effort, but I feel like we should have played Chiag DeLeo, however you pronounce his name. He showed plenty of potential the past year, especially in the D League and playing the last 20 games. I mean, he looked pretty good, averaging about 10 points, 10 rebounds last year in the games that he played. So he played pretty good. But I did not like the effort for this game at all. Let's look at the main scores for the Grizzlies. So Conley had 27 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Dylan Brooks had 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. And then Marc Gasol had 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 14 points. So, I did not like this game at all, obviously. And it doesn't help that it's believed that the Memphis Grizzlies aren't suspected to be that good of a team either. I mean, neither are the Pelicans, but I don't know. I mean, the Pelicans obviously have potential of making the playoffs. I mean, so do the Grizzlies. They have Marc Gasol, even though, how old is Marc Gasol? He's pretty old. Mike Conley. But, I don't know. Either one of these teams could be a 7th or 8th seed in the West. If either one of them were in the East, they would probably be locks, but that's besides the point. But thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to share this video. Thank you.